Hi guys, it's Helen here and thank you for joining me for day 5 of my springtime series. Now today we're going to be making this envelope pouch, and inside I have a Malteser rabbit. It's called a Malta-Easter. You can see they've kind of played on the name there. It's just like a giant Malteser really, with chocolate on the outside, and they are actually really quite yummy. So I'm going to have that later on. So let's make this one. Now we're going to be making this one in a different colourway. So you're going to be needing a 6x6 piece of card. You can use this with pattern paper as well, that will work just fine. So this one is Soft Sky from Stampin'Up, and you're also going to need an envelope board. Okay, so looking at the measurements here, I'm going to go for a 3x4 size, which means my cardstock needs to be 6x6, and I need to score at 2 5/8. So we pull this out. Now these are really easy to get your measurements right. So we have the 2 5/8 here. So we punch, and then we score down. And then when we have this score line here, we line it up with this section just there. And then punch again and score, and then we go all the way around. It gets a bit tough after a while because it builds up here. It starts to get really tough, just clear that area and that should work. Okay, so there's our basic envelope. And now this section here is a corner rounder. So I'm just going to do the top and the bottom sections. There we go. Move that aside. Now we're going to move on to our stamping. So I've just grabbed a piece of paper. That was one thing I forgot to fetch. And that's because going to be stamping on the edges, and the 2 stamp sets I've used for this are penned and painted. So I've used these larger flowers along here, and I've also used Circle of Spring. I forgot to turn this over when I showed you. I've done a Hello Spring on the other side. So now all of these sentiments will actually work perfectly with this. So you can make it as a thank you gift, a happy Easter. We're a bit past Mother's Day, but Hello Spring for you and happy birthday to you as well. Okay, so the colours I'm going to be using are Pool Party and Soft Sky. Now these do look very similar, but I've done a test patch. There we go, that looks good. And get started on that. I've got these 2 mounted up already just to get started. Now if you notice, they have 2 notches. These are going to help you line your images up when you do the second and the third stamps. Let's move this down so you guys can see. We're going to start off with the larger one, and then we're going to stamp all over the area. I'm going to go off the sides as well. It's a sort of a random pattern, but there's some kind of proper pattern to it as well. I'm just talking nonsense today, don't worry about me. It's now the school holidays, and yeah, my brain's pretty done for right now. I'm filming in the night time. Okay, so I'm done for that one, and moving over to Pool Party. For a moment there I thought I'd got the colours swapped. I haven't, thank goodness. Right, get these images down. This is really easy because they're photopolymer, you can just line them up. You can kind of see where you're lining them up as well. Okay, those are the flowers done. I'm going to put those colours away. And on here I used Cucumber Crush. Okay, just quickly grab this out again. I've got the leaves ready here. I'm going to pull those out now. Save me opening that up. Okay, so I'm going to use Basic Black, which is an archival ink. You can use any black that you have. I'm just going to stamp that over the flower. I think I may have done that upside down. There we go. Almost there. There we go. Now onto our leaves. Now this is very similar to my card that I did on my channel last week. You'll be able to find it just by clicking on my playlist, which I have quite a few playlists now, so you'll find it on there. It's pink and green. It's very similar to this. So put the green away. We're not going to double layer that stamp. Okay, back to our Basic Black again. Okay, so this is where using your own pattern paper will speed up this process. So if you did have quite a few of these to make, then definitely go ahead and use some patterned paper. Almost done now. Last one. There we go. Bit off centre there, but you can barely tell. And whilst we're stamping, I'm just going to quickly do the sentiment as well. I'm thinking I'm going to go for Happy Easter. So I have one for Hello Spring and one for Happy Easter. I'm going to use Basic Black again. I did do a test patch actually when I was making this card. Sorry, pouch. I did do it in white heat embossing powder, so you can choose which one you prefer. It's like getting your eye test done. Going to stick with the black. Okay, you need our circle punches now. I've grabbed out my 1.5. And this is the 1 3/4. If I can get that in. Tape runner. This one's by Crafters Companions. I've been using this one for a few months now, and if you're wondering how well it sticks, if you're aware of the Stampin'Up runners, the stickiness is about between this it's between the snail and the fuse, so the stickiness is right in the middle. It's not as strong as the fuse, but it's stronger than the snail. So this one is absolutely perfect for just most things I use, but I do go back to the fuse when I do 3D projects. Okay, so now we can start our folding. Okay, bone folder. You can use the one that came with the scoreboard, but I do prefer this. This is my favourite one. Okay, so you're going to need your chocolate bar and a glue dot. I'm just going to tuck the ends in here. And fold the sides up, and then we kind of you kind of need to curve it. So you curve that up. Should have got these prepared. Stick that down. Needs to go up a bit higher. Oh dear. There we go. And then we kind of need to curve that round as well. And there we go. There we have our nice envelope. Finish off with some organza ribbon. Oh, it's come undone. It's because I didn't get that glue dot on properly, but it'll be fine once it's all held together with the ribbon. There we go. Have a knot on this side. I'm going to do a double knot because then it can be slid off. There we go, nice and tight. Trim it off. I trim mine at an angle. It sort of looks like a bow that way, but it needs to be a bit shorter. There we go. And then on the other side we're going to use some dimensionals. I'm going to stick it on the ribbon because the whole thing's going to be slid off when you want to open it. So make sure you've got your box the right way round. Quickly tidy up the mess. Got loads of stamps to clean now. And there we have 2 Easter spring themed packages all ready to give out. So thank you for joining me today. Don't worry about writing all the information down. Everything's going to be on the project page on my website, and the link will be down below for that. Tell me which one you like. I would love to hear your thoughts on which colourway you like. So yeah, leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you in my video tomorrow.